Hey, what's up guys? Today's video I will show you guys the top 3 decks in my opinion for the new meta after the Clash update is coming in with the balance changes. So I'm so excited to show you the decks. I was like really thinking about it, which is gonna be meta. Is the meta gonna be changing a lot or not? So this is it. These are my top 3 decks in Clash Royale for the new June meta. If you guys don't want to miss any videos in the future, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm so excited. I'm already said it, I think in the last video. I'm gonna do as soon as I can a #1 in the world push with the new card with the Goblin Drill, and I'm so excited to show you like the best decks with the new card coming in Clash Royale. And yeah, that's not a leak, that was a leak. If you guys want to support me even more, don't forget to use Critical Morten, greatly appreciate it, especially with the new season coming in. If you're thinking about buying the Battle Pass, am I your favorite creator? I hope so. Don't forget to buy the Battle Pass with my creator code. And I would say let's jump to the decks, and this is deck #1. Deck #1 is going to be this E-Giant deck, kind of improved, or like not really improved, can you say improved, especially with the Ice Wizard nerf and the Mother Witch being so strong. Anyway, I was already thinking like, should I put the Mother Witch, but then sowas I said, Ice Wizard's going to get nerfed, so why not putting in the Mother Witch in this spot. I also like the Mega Minion more than the Baby Dragon, because I feel like if you put out the Ice Wizard for like all the defensive control, you kind of need more against air. And like the Ice Wizard and the Baby Dragon combination was so strong, so I prefer to have the Mega Man over the Baby Dragon. This deck is so strong, and yeah, it's like some people are already using this deck, but I think with the Ice Wizard nerf, E-Giant is going to be so strong, because there are some Ice Wizard decks and some Graveyard decks which hard counted E-Giant, so I think E-Giant might be even better than before. I apologize guys, you don't want to hear it, but that's the truth, and I would say let's jump to the game. We do with every game one deck, with every deck one game, and I would say let's jump to the game with this broken E-Giant deck. Here we go, here in the first game, and this is like a really passive deck. I think I showed like E-Giant 10,000 times on the channel, but I'm really sure it's still gonna be one of the best meta decks. I could show you like new Fire Spirits deck, new Furnace deck, like by the way there's gonna be one Furnace deck, but I'm just 1% sure E-Giant is gonna be still so strong, and even I did a ton of videos on that. I just need to be honest to you guys, I need to honest to myself, that E-Giant is still one of the best archetypes in Clash Royale, and will be most likely even better than before coming in with the new Clash Royale update. So you're still playing an Ice Wizard? Okay, brother. We are still playing in the alt meta, because I need to record like one day ago, so the update might be there already. I'm not really sure. They could be there, could be not. So if I release the video, the update is there. It's not there yet when I record the video. So I'm going for Goblin Cage here. He is playing P.E.K.K.A. Could be a P.E.K.K.A. Loon deck, could be a P.E.K.K.A. Graveyard deck, but this is what I really like about the Mega Man as well. If you feel like you're struggling against P.E.K.K.A., the Mega Man is way better against P.E.K.K.A. Like, because most of the P.E.K.K.A. players, right, they just play Magic Archer, and they also play the Electro. Both not really great cards against the Mega Man. And especially the opponent using his P.E.K.K.A. that early, he still goes with a Tornado. I think he plays the Anaban deck, so I think I'm just gonna go for Tornado. Yes, I could have Lightning also, but I just wanna stay safe. And yeah, he went with an early P.E.K.K.A., and this is what we wanna punish. A ton of people are always asking, should I go on with the Electro Giant in the back or at the bridge when it's time to punish? So I faced a ton of E-Giant players in the top of ladder. I hate to play against E-Giant, but I think the best tip for an E-Giant player, like when to go at the bridge, when to go on in the back, I think it's always, and this is like a really important thing for you guys, it's always matchup dependent, especially if you play against Royal Giant, at example. Okay, great Mother Witch by the way, Morten. If you play against Royal Giant example, and your opponent doesn't have Fisherman in hand, you have a Dark Prince on the field, and you know the only answer from them against the good old E-Giant are like the Elite Barbarians. You can go in with the E-Giant before the Dark Prince. If you play against P.E.K.K.A., at example, you don't really want to go ever with an E-Giant in the back, besides he's playing it out in the he's playing it out in the back like that. But I would say we go in on the right, because I have the Mega Man. Normally, if I have the normal E-Giant deck, I would be kind of scared, because I'm like, okay, maybe he can defend it with Ice with Tornado defense, but the Mega Man is doing a ton of damage on single target damage, and not like the Baby Dragon, so I'm really happy to do that. So against P.E.K.K.A., against normal P.E.K.K.A. Bridge Dragon deck, I would suggest you always to play complete defense the full game, and at the end, if the opponent goes in with a panic P.E.K.K.A., this is what I like most of the time do, like after 4 minutes the opponent is going to drop a P.E.K.K.A. somewhere. You kind of try to kite with an Electro Giant, Lightning like the Electro Wizard, and you just need like few chip hits. You need just few chip hits with the Electro Giant, and then it's just about Lightning cycle the opponents out. This is how you win against most of the P.E.K.K.A. decks normally. So I'm just going to Tornado this. I'm also going to Lightning this, because I messed up the Tornado. I also messed up the Lightning.
Messed everything up.
This is what I want to see. I make the game close to show you how to beat the P.E.K.K.A. deck at 1-1. So I'm so bad. I just go for Bomber in the back. he's gonna go Baby Dragon in the back. So we have better defensive capabilities with the Mega Man. For sure the Isis would be great also, so I'm just gonna go with that. And yeah, with Wonder Witch, like always, try to get as much value as possible. I'm still gonna go for Mega Man here, so he could freeze that, but look at this elixir, guys. Look at this elixir. I'm just gonna go for Bomber here. I'm just gonna go for Dark Witch at the bridge. And sometimes I really like, especially with the Mother Witch one, you're able to bridge spam better. As I said, he needs to drop his Packer here because he has no other cards in hand. And a ton of times I'm winning games because of the Mother Witch Mega Minion Dark Prince combination, because you have the Mega Minion against for single target damage in case your opponent is like a Lumberjack. You have the Dark Prince for splash, and also have the Mother Witch respawns Hoggy. So in some match, if the opponent is low on elixir, I really like to go in with like a Mega Minion back, playing the Mother Witch against his group, and just support with the Dark Prince, because the worst thing he's doing, he's dropping this big Packer like he does, and then we have a free Electro Giant. This is kind of how you play the deck, like some matchups talking about it. So GG's well played. We're taking the first off today's video, and I'm gonna go to deck number 2. Here we go, deck number 2. And a lot of you guys were saying,
man, Morten, this is the same deck as you're using this season. What's going on?
So, there are balance changes. Yes, I know, there are balance changes. But the meta is going to change a bit. There are going to be more decks viable. But I'm still 1% sure the balance changes are not enough to kind of prevent the best decks from now being not the best decks in the next meta, if you can say it like that. So I'm really sure this RG deck is still one of the top 3 decks in Clash Royale after balance changes. So solid, especially this girl. So, you're looking at a grandma. You're not gonna get nerfed. Why not? You're so broken. So I don't really understand why Supercell didn't decide to nerf it. And Ebabs, yeah, they got a small nerf, but they're still one of the best cards in Clash Royale, and the nerf won't matter at all. Same with the Mega Man, it's so good. I really like to play this version. I think currently recording, I'm 78 in the world. I'm over 8,000 trophy using this deck, and I'm not really the best RG player in the world. So this deck is really broken. You also have the Fisherman in it, and I just really like to use this deck. And I still think, as I said before, it might be even better, because the biggest, or like one of the biggest, or the hardest counters to this deck is honestly Splash Yacht with the Ice Wizard, the Nado, the Cage, and that right now people are using a Fireball in it. And with the Ice Wizard being nerfed, I really like to use this deck in the next meta. It's so strong. And also with the Golem nerf, this deck kind of struggles against Golem sometimes. If you have a bad cycle, the opponent goes to Golem first play. So also not being like, also getting like that Golem gets a nerf. It's so good. So I think this deck might be even better. So I would say let's jump into the games. And I apologize, guys. You thought like, damn, Morten is gonna show like new decks, insane decks. Yes, wait a bit, but now we're gonna jump into the game. Yeah, guys, as I said, I don't want to spoiler a lot, but deck number 3 will be a pick, which most of you don't expect, but I think it's gonna be really, really good. So be prepared for that. So with this deck, honestly, that's like the thing. Can we talk a bit about the Royal Giant? Does the Royal Giant need a nerf? Let me know in the comment section, because always it's about nerfing your support tooth. But I think somebody put a really great meme on Twitter with like the evolution of Royal Giant. It was like Hunter gets nerfed. You put in the Ice, you put in the Mega Man example. This deck, like this card gets nerfed, you put in this card. This card gets nerfed, you change it up. Ebubs get buffed, you put Ebubs in there. Electro gets nerfed, you put in back Skeletons. Heal Spirit get buffed, you put in back the Heal Spirit. So it's just incredible for me to see, like every meta, there's at least one new Royal Giant deck. What should I say about it? Like, Royal Giant is popular like for 6 months, one of the top 3 decks in Clash Royale.
But I can't help it that I'm popular.
And I'm not really the biggest fan of that, but what I'm supposed to do, guys, that this is one of the best decks. So I would say, besides like they nerfed Hunter, they nerfed some support cards, but I don't really think it's a problem. I think the problem is the Royal Giant. We need to face it. So what I like about the Electro Spirit, because a ton of people are always asking, Morten, why you're not playing the Heal Spirit in this deck? I honestly like the Electro Spirit more, because against spam troops, against Lava, and also I feel like I have some struggle against Lava on sometimes, and I really like to have my Electro Spirit against Lava, because I feel like it's way better. And also, if people are continuing using Night Witch, maybe they're still playing Golem, I don't really know, or like they're switching to Giants, like more, a ton of like different Night Witch decks. There's also like Giant Graveyard versions of the Night Witch. I really like to have the Electro Spirit, because you're kind of struggling against Night Witch with the Heal Spirit, but you can Fireball log it, you can also hit like something else, and then you're just gonna Electro Spirit on top of the Night Witch, and Heal Spirit is way less consistent. So we're just gonna drop here the Ebubs at the bridge, forcing out the Dark Prince. Like, what is like, if the opponent goes in with the Golem in the back, like we're just gonna talk about the matchup a bit more, because I feel like it's one of the interesting, or like most interesting matchups to play. If the opponent goes in with Golem in the back, like, and you have the decision between going in with Royal Giant and E-Buffs. Like, by the way, great fisherman. I would always suggest you guys going with the E-Buffs. Why? Because if you're going with the Royal Giant, your opponent most likely just gonna Mega Minion there, or it's gonna drop like a bomber to the other side, and you're not gonna be able to get a tower. The opponent has a huge counter push, and most of the time you're losing straight up the game there. So I would suggest you to go for the E-Buffs at the bridge. Oh, that was interesting. And for sure have the lock selected in case the opponent goes with his Skami, and then just try to like fireball lock the support, and also go with the fisherman to activate King Cloud. This is like how I play the matchup most of the time. So GGs were played. Game. We won the game. That was a great game. And yeah, if you play like that, the opponent doesn't really have any chance. We punished him really well. And golden first play didn't work out for you this time. GG's. Thanks for the win, my man. So, and as I said, deck number 3 will be a huge surprise here. It's gonna be a double hard deck. So, I would suggest you to use maybe the Fire Spirits after the change. Like, I have Skeletons right now in there because Fire Spirits are kind of bad. But after the Bane Chase, I could see a Fire Spirit. So, try to make, or like, try it out. Could work. Could not work, let's see, but Skeletons instead of Fire Spirits could be a possibility, of Fire Spirits instead of Skeletons, better to say. This is being a double hard deck. Furnace Goblin, really strong right now, the combination, because everybody is using Fireball, and Fireball against Huts. Not really great, because if you play it on a Goblin Hut survives, and at the second time, or like at the end, like 5,000 goblins are coming out of the hut, so it's really annoying. You need to overcommit for that, and then the opponent has a flying machine. You also have the buff cannon card. Not a ton of people are talking about the cannon card, which I don't really agree with, because I think cannon card is going to be better than right now. It's still a really good card right now. Like, a ton of people, not a ton of people are using it, but the win percentage is really high. So the people are using the cannon card in the deck. They have really like a ton of success. So I think this cannon card Fireball Blade deck with the 4 cards work really great. We also have a Mega Knight, which I just think is a really overall really solid card, because we're kind of lacking against spam decks here if you don't have the Furnace and Cycle. So I like to have a Mega Knight, and also, as I said, we could use the Fire Spirits after the buff, but I'm not 100% sure how the Fire Spirits are going to be in this deck, but I could imagine they're going to work. So I would say, let's jump to the game and let's win some games, like win the game with this great, dirty double hard deck. So guys, you're in the game and I already see like people complaining, Morten, what are the stacks you're gonna show? That are like the dirty stacks of all time. You're showing E-Giant, Royal Giant and double hard spawner. Man, Morten, I'm gonna unsubscribe you. I apologize, guys. This is the thing. Do I want to show you like nice decks, which are like really great, like some cheap cycle decks, or do I want to show you, my opinion, the best decks for the new meta? And this is for sure like an off meta pick, but I really think about, like, I really could think that double hard spawn, especially in competitive play. I don't really know about like top ladder, because the top ladder meta it's like always a bit different, but I could really imagine this deck being seen a ton in CL. I think like Schwarzen used like a kind of similar deck in like one of the last CL competitions, like a double hard deck, but I think this deck might be even better after the ban changes, with the also improved Furnace, which I didn't talk about yet. Furnace got like also like the new Fire Split is really strong, and yeah, I could think with the new cannon card and the deck already being so solid in the current meta, this deck might be even better than before. So for sure there might be some substitutions you can put in the Mother Witch as an example, like for the Flying Machine, or you can put in the E-Buffs instead of the Mega Knight, but this is like my preferred version, because I feel like Mega Knight is like really broken. And it like looks like it in the comment section when I did release the Clash Royale update video. Mega Knight, where's the Mega Knight? I think you guys kind of agree that Mega Knight is one of the better cards in Clash Royale. Even I think it doesn't deserve a nerf, but most of you guys are saying, or like kind of missing, to be honest, the Elite Barbarians nerf, like a bigger one, and also the Mother Witch nerf. But the most important thing, everybody was complaining about the E-Giant, and I get you guys, E-Giant can be really annoying. Do I think it needs a nerf? I really think it needs a rework, because I think it's like right now too matchup dependent. If you play against like a Mortar or Tesla, you kind of already lost the game, or it's like really hard to win. But if you face decks like, like decks like without the building, you just have like Hunter, for example, like the opponent is like not able to win. So by the way, how you want to play this deck, it's like really easy. Like I showed like some double hearts deck already on the channel. You just spam double hearts. You play defensive, and then you just by working with the counter push. So he's like, sir, I have Mega Knight. I don't really think you expected that. So we just go for lock here. I'm also going with this. And this is like how you want to play the game. You want to stack huts. And your opponent at one point is like need to like overextend to your huts. Because like it's always really annoying for them if they don't have the proper answer to defend the huts. So they need to go for bowler. And soon if you guys are feeling, okay, he doesn't have his proper answer at hand, like the bowler at example, or he has a Elixir advantage, you can also go for the Mega Knight in the back. Or you just play it on the on your troops. So this is like how I like to play the deck. Play really passive, and if I see, okay, my play style isn't really working currently, I'm just trying to switch it up. If I see, okay, he can't really defend the goblin huts in the furnaces, I'm just gonna continue playing them. If I see like, okay, like I get some chip damage, but he's doing more damage with his spells, I try to be more aggressive with my cannon cards at the bridge, getting a ton of flying machine value. It's like really about baiting out your opponent's spells. If you guys enjoyed today's one, don't forget to leave me a fat thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel to don't miss any new content. I'm so excited for the new card. Let me know, by the way, your opinion about the top 3 decks in my opinion in the comment section. Which deck did I forget and which deck you think is going to dominate the meta, and I'm so excited for a new card. I just hope the new meta is going to be a bit more funnier than this season. And I would say I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for all the support, and I would say I'm out. Goodbye. Thanks for watching and see you guys tomorrow. And I hope the update is there. Goodbye.